Okay, I'm just gonna start this off by saying I'm gonna apologize if you can hear my fan going nuts in the background. It's pretty hot here today, so I'm having to have my fan on, or else I'm going to sweat doing this. But hello everyone, welcome to the Byronite Podcast. I'm Byronite, and it's been about a week since I've uploaded some content. Oh god, people are gonna murder me in the comments. Like, oh my god, Byron hasn't uploaded in a week. But it's fine. This has the potential to be the longest podcast episode I've ever done. Because I just want to talk to you guys about things. You know, I want to be a lot more transparent because I haven't been super transparent with you guys. So let's just jump into it. So I think a big old elephant in the room has to be, why don't I push certain people? Because I see so many people being like, why don't you push Cesaro? Why doesn't Sami Zayn go for the world title? Where was EC3 after he lost the television championship? And why the hell is Asuka not the women's champion? It's not because I don't like these characters. You're gonna see. Actually, I think you're going to see all four of the people I mentioned in quite prominent roles very soon. You know, Cesaro is a Raw Tag Champ, so he's probably the most pushed of the lot. EC3 is going to play quite a big role at some point. Sami Zayn, you know, he picked up a win at Money in the Bank over Tyler Breeze. And Asuka, yes, I haven't used her since her loss at Backlash, but that's because I don't want to give her any more losses that she doesn't need, because I'm not pushing her, or I'm not actually got a storyline for her. There's so many people I can name that I also want to push, but at the moment these are the storylines that I want to try and do. If they don't work, then we have time to change them and change a lot of things. And you know, I get it. A lot of people are like, you know, these guys are my favorite wrestlers. You know, I don't want them to be losing a lot, and you know, I want to see them do well on Universe mode. But sometimes it's a case of I want to see them do well too, but I have nothing for them. If I was to inject Sami Zayn into the World Heavyweight Championship picture, do you really think he's gonna win when we're establishing this thing with Daniel Bryan as the new World Heavyweight Champion and The Miz as Mr. Money in the Bank? I don't necessarily think that would be smart. And it's the same with guys like Cesaro, EC3, you know, like Andrade. There's a lot of people who I want to push, and there are some people I'm going to start pushing very soon. I believe there's one that I'm really working on, and it will be as early as the next SmackDown. It's going to be quite big. You do not want to miss it. But yeah, that's a little bit more sort of behind the scenes as to why I don't push certain wrestlers. You know? So this next part might not be necessarily for everybody. We're going to talk a lot more behind the scenes, you know, how long it takes me to make certain episodes, you know, that kind of thing, you know, how do I come up with storylines, and just sort of more of the behind the scenes stuff. I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I'm just going to roll right into it. So, no one's really asked me this. I don't really expect people to ask me, because, you know, it's more of a thing that if you're on the CEW Network Discord, link in description. If you're a part of that, you'll hear a lot of me talking about, you know, Universe mode and how long it's taking to do certain things. But typically, with the new style, the Raw and SmackDown you're gonna see next week, next Saturday, and then, you know, the following Tuesday, you're gonna see something a lot more edited and a lot more thought out. They have taken me about a week between the two episodes to fully do. Surprisingly, the toughest thing is actually commentary. I'm quite passionate about commentary, but as of late, I've been finding myself really sort of struggling just because I have a lot of college work to do, and to devote like 50 minutes to an hour. Yeah, that's right. New episodes are going to be like an hour long, but I'm going to be premiering them, so it doesn't feel super long. But like with college work and stuff, it's really difficult to find just 50 minutes to an hour where I can just devote to commentary, because a lot of the time I just want to relax after I've done a lot of college work. So that's why it kind of takes me about a week to get 2 episodes done. Luckily, I am filming ahead. We're about halfway through week 2 of Raw. Actually, I think, yeah, we've only got the main event to record, actually, and then commentary. So, yeah, we're even further ahead than I thought. But, like, it's not necessarily a case of it takes a long time normally. It's just with the current situation, you know, with the pandemic and all that shit, it takes a lot longer just because I need to put a lot more effort into everything at home, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't work well at home, I'll be honest. So now we're gonna move on to more of the storyline stuff. So typically by about SummerSlam, I knew what I wanted 99% of title matches to be at WrestleMania. I think the only one, I'm not gonna spoil it. There is one match I'm sort of about. There's a few contenders for that title that I would like to see go for it, but I want you guys definitely to let me know who are you enjoying in Universe Mode. That's gonna be my question. If you've watched this far, I want you guys to let me know who has been your favorite character in my Universe Mode so far. It could be Apollo Crews and Rusev. It could be Mustache Mountain, heel Johnny Gargano, Daniel Bryan. It could be The Miz. It could be anybody. I'd love to hear your thoughts on who you're enjoying in Universe Mode. It doesn't need to be limited to one person either. It could be anybody. But like the storyline process is, here's where we need to end. How do we get there? And every week I'm like, okay, if that happened, then surely this week this would happen. And I begin to sort of structure this ladder to the end point, which is either like a non-WrestleMania pay-per-view or WrestleMania at some point. So there's a lot of like branching when it comes to storylines and stuff. But you know, that's just a lot of stuff. And now we move on to Money in the Bank. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like to toot my own horn, but I personally think my Money in the Bank is gonna be better than this. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea of both Money in the Bank matches happening at the same time, and it being this goofy thing where they gotta climb up to the roof of Titan Towers and grab the briefcase. I love the goofy side to it. But it's time for some predictions and thoughts for the matches. So for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, with Daniel Bryan, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. I love an underdog story, and for that reason, I'ma be the weirdest dude, and I think Otis is walking away with the briefcase. Now, I think that's going to be the shocker of the night. Women's Money in the Bank. Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. I'm going for Asuka. I think it is finally her time to become Raw Women's Champion or SmackDown Women's Champion. Either one. And she's going to have, hopefully, a monster run. I think it is finally her time to become a champion. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. McIntyre's retaining. It's going to be, I think, match of the night. In terms of just quality, obviously the matches of the night, fingers crossed, are going to be the Money in the Bank matches, because that should be great. But McIntyre's winning. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt, because it's Bray Wyatt, it's going to be Braun Strowman that wins. Something stupid's going to happen. Not that stupid's bad, it's just, I don't know, this is a really, really bad situation for both men where they can't really lose. So, I'm not very interested in this match. We also have Bayley versus Tamina for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley's winning. I'm so sorry, Tamina fans. It's not happening. She's not winning. The only way she's gonna win is if Sasha inadvertently costs Bayley the title. But I feel like they're building up to Sasha versus Bayley, probably at SummerSlam now. Over anything. And then, Fatal 4-Way for the SmackDown Tag Titles. Forgotten Sons, New Day, Miz and Morrison, Lucha House Party. Call me crazy. I think the Forgotten Sons are going to win the SmackDown Tag Titles. The fans seem to be calling out for something new. WWE are giving us something new with the Forgotten Sons. And I genuinely think that WWE are going to try and push Forgotten Sons, and I think we're going to see new SmackDown Tag Champs. So yeah, that's all of my predictions and my thoughts. I'm just going to move on to the ending, I guess. See, I told you this was going to be the longest episode of the Byronite Podcast, and I'm fairly certain it is. But I'm going to end it here by saying thank you all for listening. I hope the behind-the-scenes stuff has kind of got you more excited for Universe Mode and sort of cleared up the thought processes. I've been Byronite, this has been the Byronite Podcast, and I will see you all next time.